14th contest of today's is a day one contest in ISKA British title. So let's run first on out the red corner, John Cole. Now, this is good. Patryk!
5 2-minute rounds of K1 action for the amateur British title. Joe Cope, the unit's MMA, the slightly taller of the two, in the red corner. Patryk Bury, Sengoku martial arts, the slightly shorter of the two young men, in the black corner. Big title bout, one of our main events of the evening. Red gloves for Patryk, all black shorts for Joe. As I said, 5 2-minute rounds, both young men in orthodox stance. Patryk on a bit of a roll at the moment in terms of his career, building up a head of steam and looking to add this amateur British title. In his way is Joe Cope there, the taller, as I said, of the two young men. Patryk looking to close the gap and walk Joe down. Joe his own left and right, working their way in at a decent pace as it's 5 rounds. Patryk looking to stay in the pocket though. A nice right hand counter there from Joe, a nice upper body movement to avoid the next shot from Patryk. And again, that right hand counter is a solid shot as Patryk comes in. Patryk looking to retain centering, nice lateral movement from Joe. Good opening round from both young men so far. Patryk pushing forward the whole time. Joe, though, very confident on that back foot and looks to chop in that right at every opportunity when Patryk comes forward. Patryk's got to be very careful when he comes in and stays in the pocket, because that right hand counter from Joe is a dangerous looking punch. And his corner cheer each time that right hand is thrown. Stiff jab this time from Joe. So Patryk happy to be the aggressor. Joe happy to work on the counter in this opening round, having a good look at each other. He's very accurate on the counter, isn't he, Joe? And again, as Patryk comes in, he snaps that right hand out. Patryk pushing forward again. Joe just gives ground. Good opening round. Good flow to it back and forward. Patryk definitely the aggressor, but I'm very impressed with Joe on that counter. 1 down, 4 to go. Here we go with round 2 of 5. They touch gloves. Patryk straight across the ring again, looking to walk Joe down. But you can see Joe is happy to stand and trade on the counter with his back to the ropes. Patryk stepping in, and their sharper exchanges in the opening round. They've had a good look at each other, planning their feet now with these shots. And Joe using his height and reach well to keep Patryk at the end of those long shots with the jab cross. Patryk, for his part, dogged determination in coming forward, and trying to keep the pressure on Joe, which has made a good stylistic bout of this one here in round 2. Solid work from both young men. Patryk, as I said, staying in the pocket, looking to keep Joe under pressure. It's easier said than done. He moves well and he counters strongly. Stepping away from those shots, Patryk changes direction and speed of the attack, but Joe continues with that long jab cross counter, and it's working well for him at the moment. Patryk stepping in again, but Joe steps round him. Oh, and the perfectly timed counter with the right hand by Joe as Patryk stepped in, doubled the impact, and the first count is for the man that was the aggressor, Patryk Bury here, and it's from the accuracy of Joe's right hand counter. It doubles the impact when your opponent comes in quickly and you catch him cleanly. Patryk gamely though steps back in to that pocket, looking to force the pace, and continues to throw those little punches in bunches. Joe just pushes him away. Patryk steps in, looks to work the body, but Joe's constantly mobile. Better work from Patryk since he's had the count. And a little slip of the punch there from Joe, but it's a big second round for the man in the red corner, courtesy of that knockdown brought about by doubling the impact. Patryk shot in to do his work, caught cleanly by the right hand on the counter. 10-8 round in favour of Joe. Patryk needs a big response. He needs a big third round, the midway point of this 5-round contest. The midway point, 3 of 5. And Patryk forging forward again. No plan B as yet for this young man. Looking to keep the pressure on Joe. Looking to get those shots through. But as I said, the problem for him is Joe is confident on that back foot. He's solid on the counter. And he's also accurate. His timing is good. And he's got no problem with Patryk coming in and closing the gap and firing off at the same time as his aggressive opponent. And it's a solid start again from both men, but that left knee comes in this time from Joe. Nice work to the body from Patryk there. The pace stepped up again from the second, here in the third. And Patryk steps in once more. Just slips that right hand, Joe, and he needed to because the combination came slickly from Patryk. And he's dogged, isn't he, in the way he comes forward, and he takes those shots, resets and comes forward again. Looking to wear Joe down, but it's not proving an easy task, as the man from the red corner's got a good repertoire of shots himself. Again, Patryk walks forward, but the left knee, right hand combination from Joe. Patryk throws the big right, the left hand in reply from Joe here. Patryk looks to step in once more, checks the low kick, does Joe. Fires back with his own left right, and then the third shot is the straight right again. Patryk works to the body. Busiest round of the 3. This the third. Nice right shovel hook to the body from Patryk. Joe immediately brings the left knee into play. It's been that sort of bout. Patryk though staying in the pocket, looking to keep that pressure, but a good left knee again. And then the straight left from Joe as Patryk comes in, and there's the accuracy I talked of that makes it difficult for Patryk. He comes in, he looks to do the work, but Joe is happy to let him come in and look to catch him as he does so. 3 hard-fought rounds, 2 to go. And I've got the red corner taking this so far on my unofficial scorecard. Round 4 of 5, penultimate round. And Patryk straight back on the attack, and immediately the pattern repeated here in the fourth as in the previous round. Patryk stepping forward, Joe countering slickly. It's made for a fast-paced, hard-hitting contest here, and one that I feel that Joe at the moment is winning on the counter with those accurate counters to the determined, dogged work of Patryk. He's kept to this game plan. Great cardio, pushing forward the whole time, looking to keep the pressure on. It's just that he's found an opponent that's happy to deal with that pressure, that's able to respond and fire back, just like we're seeing now. And a good straight left from Joe as Patryk came in. And that left knee again thrown freely without the clinch. Misses with that right hook, Joe. Patryk steps in, but as he does so, he takes the left and is forced to reset again. And this is what Joe has done well. As Patryk's come in, clipped him and forced him to reset and start all over again. And again, that right-hand counter. Patryk's taken them well. Not been phased. He was knocked down and it was momentum in that second. But apart from that, he's not been hurt. And this is the best moments of the bout for him as he keeps Joe against that ring post and kept the pressure on. Best moments in the round and the bout for Patryk, and a beautiful left to the body. He explodes into action. And keeping the pressure on now. And these body shots are beginning to take their toll. Suddenly, Joe is not firing back so strongly, and there it is. This time, the left to the body. What a turnaround by Patryk. I said he was on a real roll prior to this bout. And that fourth round, dogged determination pays off with superb shots to the body that brings a count in his favour now. And this makes this a critical fifth and final round. Beautiful flurries to the body from the black corner. And suddenly the shots weren't coming back from Joe. And then a beautifully timed left drops him for the count. Is there a real sting in the tail in this one? Superb comeback there in round 4 from Patryk. Here we go for the fifth and final round. Excellent contest. They touch gloves. And Patryk will look to follow up, stay in the pocket again, and you know he's going to try and bring those hands high, then work the body. And Joe, forced to cover up again, fires back. You just knew this is the way that Patryk would start this fifth round. And Joe gets a second count. What a turnaround in this bout. Kept to his game plan, stuck doggedly to that, took a lot of good shots, Patryk Bury, to get where he wants to be, this position. Walking his man down, looking to get these heavy body shots in, relentless in his approach. And Joe suddenly is in danger of being stopped here as he slumps into the ropes. Second count in this round. What a turnaround from the man in the black corner. Joe's body signal's not looking good here. Those body shots have taken their toll. And Patryk, like a dog after a bone, isn't he? Non-stop here. Look at Garth looking closely. These shots just consistently flying in, knees and body shots now. Joe unable to get out of that corner. Gamely looking to fire back, but Patryk relentless here in the fifth. Lefts and rights, digging to the body, the knee on the end here. Firing these heavy shots in. Garth looking closely, there's been 2 counts already. Joe steps out and he needed to. And the knee comes in again and he's backed up once more. Really feeling the pace here, the young man in the red corner, and these relentless shots from Patryk. Garth hovering here now as these shots consistently come in. And he slumps onto the ropes once more. What a finish from the man in the black corner. From the depths of defeat, he stuck to the game plan and wore his man down. Fifth round TKO in an incredible battle. He soaked it up and soaked it up and then came back with the vicious body shots. Reaps the reward, keeps that winning streak going, Patryk Bury, and will take the belt in a barnstorming bout. It was a superb bout. Joe Cope really played his part, but Patryk was not to be denied, and what a gritty finish to take the belt by stoppage.